Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video, just go over some of the equipment that I use a little bit more in detail. Actually, I just got some news a couple of days ago. My dad's back. I know I mentioned previously that he was out unavailable to do his yards, so I was picked up his small route that he had going on, and so now I'm going to be able to focus more on just actually building my routes. And so first of all, where do I start? So 3 pieces of equipment that you need are going to be a lawnmower, an edger or a trimmer, and a blower. If you can't get a blower, a broom's going to do just fine. Swimming is going to beat up, but yeah, a broom will get your job done when it comes to cleaning up the edges of the stuff that you trim and whatnot. Me personally, this is what I carry. I carry a mower, a blower, an edger, a shovel in case we need to do some sprinkler repairs, and 2 rakes, broom, and then a scooper thing for the broom. So let me start off with this. This is the blower that I use. It's an Echo. I don't have the model number here. I'll put it up. It's the same as the one I showed in the last video. This is actually my dad's blower. I mean, it's not new, but it's also not it functions. His straps broke and he had some other like tie down uncomfortable straps, so I went ahead and sewed these on here. These are from like a baby kangaroo. It's pretty great. I love it. It feels comfortable now. It works. Here's the, so it's a great tool. I really love it. It has a lot of power. I've been able to really just clean up anything I need whenever I need. And that's really one of the main gas tools that I have. And for the gas, I just carry this couple gallons of gas. Oops, something just fell. So yeah, I just carry this with a couple gallons of gas. Honestly, I've had to maybe add it, fill it up. My dad gave it to me with gas already, but I had to fill it up maybe one time with the gallon in 2 months. So I mean, I think that's pretty good for going on to 3 months, and I haven't had to fill up. But again, the only gas equipment that I'm using is the blower. And speaking of gas equipment, before we go to my electric equipment, I also use this Echo HC 2020 trimmer. It uses the same mixed gas as the blower, so I can go ahead and just use the same gas for both of these. I don't use this all the time. I only use this for some customers that are getting the trimmer service and so forth. It might be leaking a little bit of oil. I gotta look into that. My mom and her husband are currently moving, so things have been getting thrown around, and yeah. For edging, when I started, my dad actually just left me a blower and his electric lawnmower to use. He had an edger there available, but I didn't want to just be carrying a big, hauling around. I have a small car. I'll show it to you guys. I'll put pictures of it around here. I have a small hatchback Honda, and I made it work. So the electric lawnmower was perfect because it's very light. I could just pick it up, put it into the car, and I didn't want to haul around a big piece of equipment. I mean, it's not that big, but a weed whacker, you know, you have a little engine on it. It just becomes more work. On top of that, more additional gas. I mean, I didn't have to do any maintenance, but in the long run, maintenance as well. So I came across a battery-operated Ryobi edger. It's actually also a trimmer. And I got this, I think it goes for like 130 or roughly, I think. I got it for 60. They posted it for 70 on OfferUp. I offered him 60. He took it. I had a small like 1.5 amp or something like that. It's one of the older batteries. I already had one battery from a previous Ryobi tool, and then I actually purchased this 5 amp aftermarket battery. I'll look for the links. I can post that as well. Now overall, this trimmer has done a great job. It has a low and a high option for it. The one thing I didn't like was it seemed kind of short. So, I mean, I have this here in front of me, but it seemed kind of short. And for long extended period of time, it would get a little bit tiring. Another thing is this thing actually kind of broke the nut. I can only loosen it so much, it actually won't even come off no more. And I had considered buying a replacement for this, and then I started looking into batteries, and then I eventually ended up deciding just to upgrade to get another 4 amp battery with the upgraded. It might be 6 amp, 4 amp. And one of the other things that I really liked about this this trimmer or weed whacker is the ability that it has to just edge or switch to edging mode. So you just step on it with your foot, it switches over to edging, and you can get a nice clean edge. This one for the edging, I would usually mostly use high option, the option for the high power. It just does a much cleaner job and much quicker. So yeah, I feel like you use up less battery, even though you're using it more. I think it's just more efficient overall. But I really did like this weed whacker, so I actually ended up upgrading to this one here. It's much longer, feels like a more traditional weed whacker. Much quieter. Well, that's low. We put on high. Now, one really neat feature about this is that when you're weed whacking, you have your trigger here. But now, if you want to edge with this, you can. You actually just push this button here. It rotates the top. Now you have your same position here. So look at the head. Now it's in weed whacking mode. I'm sorry, edging. Now you can just run along your edge and take care of that quickly. I really like that feature, especially because one of the selling points for me was a 2-in-1 on this one. So this one, I guess, is more of a weed whacker dedicated, but I like using it as an edger as well. I'll go ahead and show the lawnmower right now. So this is the Toro that I'm using. It's a personal pace auto drive, 60 volt max. I have the battery inside, but this is where the battery goes. It's a very light machine. You have your different settings here. The one thing I don't like about this one is that you have to individually change each height for each tire when you want to switch it up. If you want to mulch, there's this lever here that it switches it over. Bam. If you want to take it off, you go back to bagging. I'm actually not even using an original bag for this Toro. I'm using this bag from another mower. It works great, works fine. I'm not complaining. Yeah, this has been a great mower so far. I love it. Let me see if I can show you guys how I load it into the car. And again, I'm gonna do another video. I actually do the route tomorrow, so I'll pull up to the car. Car's right there. This is another thing I don't like too much, is that you have to do both of these to bring it up and down. Here's the other side. I cleaned it last time. I gotta clean it again, but I try to clean it as much as possible. I should probably sharpen these blades, or I'll let my dad know so he can sharpen them. But anyway, so this is the lawnmower. So what I do, I'm gonna rotate it just so you can see. When I pick it up, I just gather it from both sides here. Light enough to pick up. What I do is, I'll pick it up and I'll put the weight on my knee. And from there I can just help propel it upwards and get it into the car. See that? push into the car, and it just goes right in. Because this is obviously my dad's, so I'm going to be giving this back to him. I'm personally thinking about just getting an an Eco lawnmower. I've personally been thinking about just getting an Eagle lawnmower. I think they look pretty cool. First of all, like all green, kind of futuristic. I do eventually want to go to all battery powered, just because honestly I like the fact that it's very they're not very loud. I show up to the yard, sometimes they don't even realize I'm there, and when they come out, like, whoa, everything's done already. And I think that's a pretty good selling point. Are you gonna be able to charge more for that? Probably not, but it is a good selling point where you're not making as much noise, especially on a Saturday morning when neighbors are going to be trying to sleep in or so forth. And I think it's a pretty good selling point to use, that you are quieter than most average lawn maintenance crews. So yeah, so I'm going to go over and switch over to the rest of the equipment. So that's the lawnmower. Now I just want to go over a few just random stuff I have. This obviously I need. It's a .080 Rhino Tough line for the trimmer. Whoops. This is a small bag that I carry. This is my dad's, so I'm gonna be giving it back to him. I have some of the same tools, but just your basic sprinkler repair tools. I haven't broken a sprinkler in the last well, since I started doing his yards. I know he would break them all the time. I don't know what he does, but I personally haven't broken any sprinklers, so I hadn't even needed to touch this sprinkler repair kit that I have here. There's a nipple for the parts and whatnot. Again, I'm trying to stay away from having to fix sprinklers, so just don't break them, and you know, you really don't have to worry about that. I carry a small toolbox, which I'll probably eventually have all my sprinkler repair stuff in here. I have like a blade, screwdriver. A customer actually gave me this one last weekend or last Wednesday. What happened is I got a little happy when my trimmer arrived. I installed the shield and I installed it in reverse, where it was this way. Of course, it wasn't going to work when I got to work. I was trying to edge, and I'm like, what's going on? And I realized, crap. I didn't have my screwdriver on me, so thankfully the customer came out, and I asked him if he had a screwdriver, and he just gave me this one. Some clippers for trimming some bushes. I got this from the dollar store, works fine. Another blade. Oh, my Ryobi spools for my string trimmers. So they actually both use the same one. So I already had one from the previous one when I originally purchased it. I don't carry them both with me. I only carry the new one now. But I carry them both now because I can have one spooled already in my bag ready to go. So when this finishes, pop it out. I actually use this. Where is it at? Where did I leave it? Oh, here it is. I actually like using this bag here. It's like a utility bag. You know, you can carry. I might even have some light in here still. Let me see. Yep. So see, before I would have this in my my string trimmer, it would run out. I would have to stop. Originally, I would go back to the car, get new string, and that became old quickly. So then I started carrying extra spare string on here. So I would just redo. I would still have to stop though. So I would stop, flip over my trimmer, take off the cap, take this out, restring it, put it back in there, and it takes a little bit of time. Not a lot, maybe a few minutes, but still, it's minutes that you can be finishing up the yard. So now I'm just carrying an extra spool, so that when I have to stop, I start to take off the head. I just gotta swap these out. Boom, pull it out, swap it, let's go, and then I can restring it if I need to later after I'm done with the yard. And the zip ties, because I didn't show you, but on the blower I actually zip tied the bottom end of the straps. So I just carry extra zip ties just in case I'll need them. And PVC pipe cutter, so I can use it for PVC pipe or for the nipples, for repairing sprinklers. And duct tape, because duct tape fixes everything. Now, what else do I have? Blower, edger. For equipment, like hand tools, I take this shovel again for sprinkler repairs, like in case I need to get in there and get some of the sod out. Again, I haven't had to use this. I've even considered just not even carrying it with me no more. But I came to the conclusion that the day that I don't take it is the day that I'm going to need it. It doesn't take too much space, and you guys will see it. I'll take a video tomorrow when I load up the car, so you guys can see my process. 2 rakes that I use. A smaller rake so I can get into shrubs, and a big rake, and then also house when I have big piles. I can just scoop it and just put it in the trash. And the last tool that I use is this broom. Once I blow everything, if I have a pile of trash, I'll scoop it up and I'll use that. I actually carry this handy too as well. With the broom, pick up trash, just throw it in the trash can and good to go. And then, very recently I picked this up. I don't know how well it'll work, but it breaks into 2 pieces. Kind of the same concept, you just grab and load. I might possibly just use it like this. Scoop it like this and just use this as a second hand to just get a bigger bulk. But I haven't had to use it yet. Maybe once leaves start falling, get some more use out of it. But yeah, this is kind of the setup that I have going. Why do I go with electric lawnmowers and electric equipment? Honestly, I mean, I don't have a huge route right now. And my car as well. I'm not gonna go out right now and invest, a couple grand on a truck, especially with prices right now. So I'm making use with what I have. I have a hatchback. My equipment fit in there. I know I have to load my lawnmower on my own. So by going with an electric, it makes it easier on my body as well. Later as I grow, yeah, sure, I can probably get gas-powered equipment if I have a truck and so forth. But honestly, I'm probably going to stay with electric, if anything, invest more as technology improves and they last longer and so forth. As of right now, it's working for me, especially these trimmer edgers. They've been great. I have plenty of batteries to keep them running throughout the day, and I strategically charge them to where I go to work with them fully charged. I'll go to the first house. I'll go ahead and mow. After I'm done mowing, I'll throw the battery on the charger, so whatever got depleted replenishes. While I'm mowing, I'll start edging, and by the time I'm edging and done blowing, by the time I get to the next house, the battery is usually fully charged again. I'll do 2 more houses there. I will usually use about one whole battery of this to go ahead and just trim the 2 properties, front and back. By the time I'm done, backtrack a little bit. When I get there, I'll mow. After I'm done mowing again, I'll put that battery again on the charger while I finish doing the rest of the yard work. I'll start using this. Once this is done, or I'm done with this, I'll grab that battery from this. I'll throw it onto the charger. I'll finish up, I blow, clean up, go to the last set of properties, which is 3 houses. At that house, I'll leave the battery that I put on the charger for this, keep it charging, so if the lawnmower battery still needs to charge a little bit more, I'll go ahead and edge first because I have additional batteries. So while the one that got depleted is charging, I'll be using the other batteries to start edging or finish up. Once I'm done with that, I can jump on the lawnmower, which will have a full battery by then. And even honestly, even if it has like half a battery, I'll go ahead and just mow it and then just come home, and that's pretty much my day. For charging them, I use a battery pack that I have, an EcoFlow. It has 3 LEDs, 600 watts each, and it'll last me all day charging my batteries that I need. I very recently got a converter for my for the power outlet on my car. I think I blew the fuse. I charged the same stuff I did before. I don't know what happened, So I'm gonna replace the fuse on that, and I'll probably just stick to charging only my 18-volt batteries on the car, and I'll use the bigger battery pack for the 60-volt Toro batteries. But I hope this video wasn't too long. But yeah, I hope this was some help of some sorts. All the equipment that I use has been getting the job done. I have no issue. Again, if you're just getting started, don't get overwhelmed or worried about I need this, I need that. Because in reality, you really just need a mower, an edger, and if you don't have a blower, use a broom. And the most important is your work ethic. You just gotta be ready, be willing to go out there, get it, and get it done. Oh, also my flyers came in, so I'll share those with you guys. I'll probably just do a separate video, so it's not one whole long video. But my flyers came in. I'll show you guys my flyers, my process that I did to make them, and I'm working on my website right now, so I'll have that up soon. And honestly, I just really want to share this process with you guys. I love building businesses. I love working for myself. I don't like having a 9 to 5, but I'm willing to work from 6 a.m. till like 8, 9 p.m. That's not what I'm doing now, but I have before in the past. And honestly, I enjoy life more working more hours for myself than working a 9 to 5 for somebody else and making their dreams a reality when I can just be working towards my dreams. And I hope this is some kind of inspiration where you guys you can do it too. Just go out there and start somewhere. Whether you don't have money for a lawnmower, I'm sure somebody in your family has a lawnmower you can use. You can do some sort of trade-off where they let you use it and you mow their lawn, etc. And really, there's no excuse to not get started. The only thing that will be holding you back is yourself. So I'm letting you know you can do it. Just go out there, get started, and things will start rolling. This snowball effect will take in place where you do one thing, you do another thing, you get your first client, you get your second client, and they're just going to keep on going and you just keep growing and just keep at it. Alright, thank you guys for listening and for tuning in on my channel, and hope to see you guys next time.